50 kilometers north of Paris, there's a tomb that was used for over 1,000 years. Inside it, the DNA of 132 people. And somewhere in the middle of that timeline, every single person who had ever been buried there vanished. Not gradually, all at once. The people buried after didn't share a single ancestor with the people buried before. The tomb sits near the town of Berry, and for archaeologists, it had always been a puzzle. It was used again and again, generation after generation, for well over 1,000 years, one of the great stone monuments of the European Stone Age. But something strange happened around 3000 BC. The style of burial changed. The number of people changed. And when a team from the University of Copenhagen finally sequenced the DNA of everyone laid to rest there, they found something nobody expected. A hard genetic break, right in the middle of the timeline. It wasn't one culture slowly evolving. It was two completely different populations, and the first one had disappeared. The earlier group closely matched Stone Age farming communities from northern France and Germany. They buried their dead in family units, parents, children, grandchildren, all laid to rest together across generations. It was a society built on kinship. Then, at the collapse point, that pattern breaks completely. The people who start appearing in the tomb after the gap carry DNA linked to southern France and the Iberian Peninsula, hundreds of kilometers away, and their burials look nothing like the ones before. Fewer people, more selective, dominated almost entirely by the descendants of a single male lineage. Researchers dug into the bones themselves, using a DNA technique sensitive enough to detect pathogens still trapped inside them after 5,000 years. And they found something: traces of Yersinia pestis, plague, and a second, lesser-known disease called relapsing fever. Here's where it gets stranger. The scientists expected plague to be the smoking gun. It wasn't. The bacteria was there, but the researchers were clear. It doesn't fully explain what happened. What they did find was a demographic signature of real crisis, exceptionally high mortality among children and young people in the years just before the collapse. That's not what a slow decline looks like. That's the signature of a population under severe, sustained stress. And it wasn't isolated to this one tomb. Sites across northern and western Europe, from Scandinavia down through Germany and into France, show the same pattern around the same time. Whatever happened here wasn't local, it was continental. So what actually caused it? The leading theory isn't one single culprit, it's a convergence. Disease was present, but likely not acting alone. Environmental stress, failing harvests, shifting climate, may have weakened these communities right as new pathogens moved through them. And once a population collapses that severely, it doesn't take an invasion to replace it. It just takes people from elsewhere moving into land that's suddenly, tragically, empty. That may be exactly what happened here. Newcomers from the south quietly filling a vacuum left behind by a crisis nobody recorded, because nobody who lived through it could write it down. And there's one more detail that makes this bigger than just one tomb. Right around the time this population disappeared, something else stopped happening across Europe: the building of megaliths. The great stone monuments, the tombs like this one, the massive constructions that took generations to finish. They stop almost everywhere, almost at once. Which means this isn't just the story of one family losing everyone. It may be the moment an entire way of life, the one that raised these stones in the first place, quietly went extinct, buried under the very monuments it built. If you like mysteries where the evidence is real, but the full picture still isn't, subscribe. New files every week. What do you think actually wiped this population out? Let me know below.